Hey guys, welcome into this new video. In today's tutorial, in today's new video, let's take a look what we can do into the chat GPT. I mean, there's a lot, really a lot of stuff to do here into the GPT. So I think I'm not going to be showing you all the things that can be done into the chat GPT because the possibilities are just infinite so far. As I am creating a video for yourself, chat GPT is constantly being in development. This one remembers what users said in the earlier conversation, and what happens here is like every time this one keeps just improving and improving and improving. So if you don't know what the chat GPT is, well, if you remember what this the OpenAI is, these guys are the creators for DALL-E number 2. The DALL-E number 2, actually, if I go into the OpenAI, I'm going to show you something really quick. The OpenAI is something that can be helping us to create some development with just starting with some ideas, and we can implement that into OpenAI. So this company, for example, creates something called DALL-E, and now we do have the DALL-E number 2. The DALL-E number 2, what really helps us to do is to create a specific image by just tapping what we are looking for. Like for example here, if I want to create, let's say for example, this is the original image, an astronaut riding a horse in a photorealistic style. What DALL-E number 2 is going to be taking this text description and it's going to be making their own images, and boom, that's something that has been generated by the computer, and this is like a few more alternative versions. And so far we do have something new called the chat GPT. Now with chat GPT we do have a conversation between the computer and ourselves, right? So something like Google, if you go into Google and try to find let's say for example a sample, I want to cook something with fish and chips. I'm going to go just with fish. So there are a few recipes here that appears into Google, like easy fish recipes, 20 easy fish recipes. But let's try to do exactly the same question to the chat GPT, like this. I want to cook something with fish. So I'm going to hit into the answer, and let's say what does the artificial intelligence tell us to us. I'm just going to wait a couple of seconds. Now, fish is a versatile ingredient, can be cooked in many different ways. Some popular methods for cooking fish including baking, grilling, sauteing, and frying. When choosing a recipe, consider the type of fish you have and its flavor profile. For example, blah blah blah. Additional, consider to use that. So we do have like a description of what is the ingredient that I want to use for cooking. And this is like the fun part. Here are a few simple recipes to get you started. Grilled fish, sauteed fish, I'm not pretty sure how is this one pronounced, baked fish. Here are the things that I need to do. Let's say that you are like interested in doing one of these specific recipes. Baked fish, fried fish, heat a large scale over medium high heat. I'm gonna hit in here and let's try to look something more complex than that. Can you show me more complex recipes? I'm just gonna tap like this and hit into the answer. Can you show me more complex recipes? Let's say, what is the answer for the artificial intelligence? There we go. Sure. Here are a few more complex recipes that you can try. Lemon herb baked fish. In a small bowl, mix together the zest of 1 lemon, 2 tablespoons of chopped fresh parsley, 1 tablespoon. I mean, so far I think this is really complex, but I think as I just told you guys, this one remembers what was the conversation. I just need to ask, can you show me more complex recipes? Because this is a conversation, we don't have to start from scratch, and this is something that of course it's not happening with Google, because Google, we need to do this like we need to be really specific of what we're looking for. Here into the chat GPT we do have like a very complex variation of chat, and as I am speaking with you, the application is sending me a lot of recipes that are really complex comparing with this really basics just to get started with a fish. So what I'm going to do here is to go back into the new thread, and here let's say that I need to create like a text video. So I'm going to set to the chat GPT, you are So that was my mistake. I'm gonna just try to change that from video into video game. Your text video game, would you give me A, B, C, D as options? I'm sorry, but I'm not a text video game. As I mentioned before, I'm a large language model trainer, but open to assist with a wide range of tasks. I do not have the ability to provide options like A, B, C, or D, as I am not able to see or interact with the world around me. I exist only as a text and screener. Now, as you can see, I do have like an answer. It says, if you're looking for a text-based video game that allows you to make choices, there are many options available online that you can search for and try. So, as you can see, the application actually, it's not saying that I think is going to be helping me with, but as you can see, this one actually works as a chatbot. So let's say I want to play video games, but I do not know which console to buy. Alright, so let's try to change the conversation. Let's try to do something like, I need someone to help me to buy some video games, or I don't know. I mean, there are several factors to consider when making this decision to buy a video game. The first thing you consider is what type of games you want to play. Different consoles, different types of games have battery level compatibility. Another factor to consider is the cost of the console and any additional accessories you may need. It is also a good idea to consider the technical specification of the console. So this one is actually like helping me to figure out what kind of video game I want to buy. Now remember, I'm going to go back into the new thread. So here I want to focus into the limitations. Limited knowledge of world and events after 21 are a few limitations. So if I want to ask which one is better, like Nintendo Switch versus the Xbox versus the PS5 versus the new generation of videos that comes into the 2023, of course the ChatGPT is going to be helping us. It's not going to be helping us with that, because this is something that has been limited after the 2021. So the 2021 from before that is going to be really helpful. So lastly, I'm going to be asking for topic general knowledge. I mean, almost everyone knows about the Big Bang Theory, but let's see what the chat can be doing for us if I want like a simple answer of what this the Big Bang Theory is. So this one is a scientific explanation for the origin of the universe. It states that the universe began as a very hot and dense singularity, which then expanded rapidly, eventually forming the universe as we know it today. So for me, this is a very simple way that the Big Bang Theory is. So let's say, can you make this answer shorter? Let's see if chat can help us to do something more shorter. The Big Bang Theory is supported by a wealth of scientific evidence, including the cosmic microwave background radiation. So I think it has really great elements to explain what the Big Bang Theory is. And now here of course is a shorter version. The Big Bang Theory is a scientific explanation for the origin of the universe. Blah blah blah. The theory is supported by a lot of scientific evidence. So as you can see, it is something related on what I saw here, but this is like a shorter version of what I just asked for. So it's really great that we do have this great application in our side of the internet. So I'm going to leave you guys a link down below in the description. Use this application for as much as you can. Remember the examples, remember the capabilities, and remember the limitations. I've used so far like the general options, general ways that we can start here into the ChatGPT, but there's so much more to dig in here into the ChatGPT. So don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. I will see you on the next one.